Phillips, they got McCoy, they got Musings, they got
Peace.
Johnson. Like those four guys that they added to.
Corner talk. B. Peace to the human family. Hope everyone is good this morning. It's Monday morning. Just out doing what I gotta do early mornings with the youth and everything. But yo, great weekend of combat. Great weekend actually. That MMA card, Strickland, Hamzat, Van, and the is it Tazua? The Asian kid by himself. I can't remember his name. I know it starts with a T. Good fight. King Green, great fight. Jim Miller, great fight. That was a hell of a card. But that Joshua Van Tasua fight, man, talk about a banger. That the Asian kid, woo, he coming. He don't have no quit in him, and his cardio was sick too. The way Van has started, picking him apart and teeing off on him. For him to withstand that and continue to fight and get back into dominant positions afterward was incredible. Obviously, he was able to take Van down multiple times, but, Josh did the right thing, being calm, cool, collected. He was very patient and, got up a couple times and continued to work his game plan, which is, for him, is clearly like a sprawl and brawl game plan, but he don't really brawl. He's a technician. His boxing is great. So that was a good fight. Shout out to Joshua Van. Him and Pantoja should be next up. I'm curious to see how he looks against Pantoja, because that last, the fight that they had, Pantoja ended up injuring himself, and, we didn't really see a fight between those two. So I'm looking forward to see what that fight looks like between Van and Pantoja. Should be a good one. Also, Strickland, Hamzat. It was weird. It was weird. Strickland obviously ended up on top. I think that fight could have went either way. But overall, I think Strickland got it. To be honest, I think Hamzat, I didn't understand him being resigned to making it a striking event after, he was easily taking Strickland down in that first round. And then, for him to try to pull guard or allow Strickland to get into his guard in that second round, that was weird too. I think maybe something with his strength and conditioning or adrenaline dump or something like that after that first round. But that was interesting. I don't understand why he did that. But it's a fight. Like I say, fights are won and lost. In the actual fight, you can do everything that you want to do prior to the fight in terms of training camps and, your strength and conditioning and your cardio. But in my experience, once you get in there, anything can happen. Anyway, that was a good fight. Sean Strickland. I was wondering why he wasn't throwing his two as much as I would have liked. He threw his one. Has always been a real strong part of his game, and he was busting Hamzat up with that. Maybe he had an injury or something like that I'm not aware of. But Strickland did his thing. He got that fight. We'll see what's up next for him. Boxing, that Fabio Wardley, Du Bois fight. That was a good fight. That was an excellent fight. Haven't seen a heavyweight banger like that in a while. I didn't have Du Bois winning. I thought Wardley would win that fight. But again, won and lost in the ring. It don't matter what I think, in my opinion. Wardley showed incredible heart. Incredible heart, because he was taking some shots. He was taking some shots. And shout out to Du Bois to keep his composure after being knocked down twice in that fight. Wonder how much that took out of Wardley and how long before we see him again, because I think he definitely needs to take his time coming back from a fight like that. Hopefully the athletic commissions suspend him for some time before he's even able to get a fight. You know, make sure that that brain heals and rest up. So yeah, what we got coming up? We got that MVP card coming up with Rousey and the other legend, Gina Carano. We got on that card, Francis Ngannou's on that card, Junior Dos Santos on that card. A cat from out here used to be in the gym a lot, Jake Babian, is on that prelim. I think he's the headline on that prelim, so shout out to the Barbarian. Jake getting this shot. A lot of good scraps coming up. That Keyshawn Davis and Pretty Boy Woo. I like Pretty Boy Woo. That should be a good fight. I hear Devin and Shakur is in talks. Saw Mosley Jr. last night get a win. He looked good. You know, fight game is kind of cracking right now to me across combat in general. MMA, boxing. I like some of the BKFC stuff. Jamal Herring is getting ready to do his second fight in the bare knuckle joint. So, you know, it's exciting times if you're into combat. Anyway, let me make sure I pay attention to this road. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. Drop a like. Don't cost nothing to do that. You know that. Anyway, be back in a minute. It's Corner Talk, Combat and Culture. This B. Peace and love.